Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's the NFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports. The Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington football team.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Washington football team and the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little?
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Washington first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And that is incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. the gun. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tackled by Darrell Taylor. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll complete this to Gibson. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. This offense about ready to take over again. And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do, because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson.
38 yards.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
Fourth down.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash, this from 48. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense. But a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. L.J. Collier coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards. So there, Charles, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Antonio Brown there to make the grab as his guys are first out of the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. This will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he fires one incomplete. Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Get a shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. On 1st down, Wilson. Man open left side is Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just said, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Wilson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now Wilson on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete as well. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Seahawks 10. Washington nothing.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never got a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Brooks showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On the move, and the pressure gets to him again.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys are getting along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards.
From the gun, Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to step that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second and 12. Wilson going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. On 2nd down, it's Gibson, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And James has it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of this wild-card game, and it's good for a first down.
Washington.
They run the counter. Gibson to the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. They'll set up a throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Wilson. Throw left side, complete. It's Brown. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Wilson on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. His throw incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22.
Throwing again. Wilson. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Again, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
Washington,
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the... And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This is the fourth and final game here on this wildcard weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. And it was the Green Bay Packers who will continue on in these playoffs as they were able to eliminate the San Francisco 49ers. As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up second and 5.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Darrell Taylor. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Third down, Gibson, and he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football and averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Wilson. He's going deep for Brett. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That goes with a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. And the Washington offense heading out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Washington first down.
Now it's Lindsey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run-up.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. L.J. Collier in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson, quick slant to Brown. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup there. Going to give this time to the tailback. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So that one will be accepted. On 2nd down now. Dillard. And a solid run down inside the 30. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
23, Washington, nothing.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Daron Payne in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Washington on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they have made this look easy. Now, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Tackle made right at midfield. Brings up second down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
6-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
A 2-yard pickup.
So the false start will back them up 5. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. So since that last gain did not get a first, they'll decline the penalty there and force a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
26. Washington, nothing.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Steps away. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that'll set them back 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Let's go!
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end of their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught at the 8.
Let's go.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 8 yards out. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And that'll make this a 19-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.